All right, this is my stretch and strengthen series. I got all this stuff from Knees Over Toes guy, ATG. It's all on the internet, but this is my favorite little sequence. Stretch out the body, kind of strengthen it at the same time. So we're gonna start with a couch stretch. It's good, you wanna have a mat under your knee. This is all I got on the deck, but probably something a little softer, or put a pillow behind that. And we're just gonna get down. One leg up behind you, other leg out in front. Just push back into that stretch. See if you can get your back to hit the wall behind you. Really loosen and stretch that kind of deep quad muscle, little bit of the hip flexor. I would do this 2 times 20 seconds per side. After a couch stretch, we're going to do the split squat. So this is the full version, advanced version. We work up to this, but wide split stance, big lunge forward, knees over our toes, stretching out this hip flexor on the back leg. Front heel can lift a bit. You're gonna want to do probably 5 to 8 per leg, 2 sets. If you don't have that level of strength, balance, flexibility, start by putting your foot on something a little bit higher than your back leg. I'm just using the steps on the deck, but again, same thing. Big lunge. You can see I'm getting into the same position here, stretching this hip, but easier to balance. So use the stairs in your house, use a box, and slowly work your way into doing that full split squat. After that, we're gonna do the elephant walk. And this is with our hands, feet on the ground. We're gonna bend both knees and then straighten one leg at a time. Really loosen up the back of that hamstring. I feel it in my calves. Get your lower back, but same thing. That position might be too far for you to start. Find a stair, find a step, find a box, a table, whatever you have around the house, and same thing, one at a time. And I would go 1-2 sets of 20 total, or 20 per side, whatever feels right for you. Next is our 90-90 stretch. Stretch out our hips and our glutes. So bring your front leg, any leg, up front. We're 90 degrees here, I'm at 90 degrees on the back, and we're just gonna lean forward, stretching out the back side of that hip. And then I like to do some kind of pulses. Pulse down, maybe a different angle, side to side. Get 10 to 20, hold it, take some deep breaths. Really, whatever feels good, whatever works for you, with the goal of eventually being able to do them without the assistance of your arms. I'll start with your arms, work up to it, and go from there. Second to last is the pancake stretch. Really open up the inside of the hips. You're gonna wanna do this one, legs nice and wide, and we're gonna bend over. Level 1 is hands. Level 2, we'll be getting to elbows. If you're super flexible, you could probably get your face close to the ground, but I'm not there. And again, you can hang out, take a few deep breaths, and you can do some reps here as well to strengthen your groin muscles on the inside of your hips. If that much of a bend over is too much for you, again, find a table, couch, box, step, and just work your way down get a nice stretch in. And then lastly is the L sit. This one's to strengthen the hip flexors. A lot of times not only do we have tight hip flexors, but we have weak hip flexors. So we're gonna do the L sit to strengthen them. You can start on the ground. You can lift your butt up. You're gonna feel that in your core and your hip flexors a bit. Or you can lift your leg up, alternate sides. That's working directly in the hip flexors. As you get stronger, you can lift your butt and your leg. And then you can work all your way up to actually just lifting yourself right off the ground. We'll start with the leg lifts first from the seated position on the ground. Strengthen those hips, and I hope you feel better.